What's poppin', T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I am here with an all tea, all shade Power Book 4 Force cast breakdown. The new series premieres this Sunday on Stars. Of course, I will be doing reviews on the show, but before we get to this Sunday's episode, I wanted to break down all the new characters. We can figure out what's going to happen maybe this season on this show. I'm really excited about it. I miss Tommy. I miss seeing Tommy on my screen on Sundays. It's time to cancel Christmas, bitches. So let's get it cracking. First of all, let's start with the star of the show, Joseph Sikora, who plays the one and only Tommy Egan. Tommy Egan leaves New York behind and plans to take on Chicago, using his outsider status to break all the local rules and rewrite them on his quest to become the biggest drug dealer in the city. Now, I'm really happy that they decided to film this series in Chicago. A little behind the scenes tea, it was originally supposed to take place in Los Angeles, but that didn't work out, so they decided to move it to Chicago. But I like Chicago even better because, you know, all the old mob ties that used to be in Chicago still are in Chicago. It's right around the corner from me, literally only 4 hours away. Chicago is one of my favorite cities, so visually it's going to be very stunning to see how and where they filmed around Chicago. So I'm really excited, like I said, to see Tommy Egan be in a new city, no ties to anybody, just cracking heads, making new alliances, making new enemies, and seeing where he goes from here. Next up in the cast list is actor by the name of Isaac Keys, who plays Diamond. Now, Diamond has been described as a gentle giant with truthful eyes and a body made of granite with defensive precision, a trait drilled into him during a 15-year sentence. Before Diamond got locked up, he was the young head of Chicago's most promising crew that was taking over the city. In his short time at the helm, he created a tactical drug running outfit respected by all of Chicago's crime families. He spent his time in prison reading the classics, educating himself on everything from history to literature to philosophy. Now that he's out, Diamond plans on taking the reins back from his crew's leader, his younger brother. I think I'm really going to like Diamond's character. Only thing about him that kind of reminds me of any of the other shows is Ghost, with him being, you know, educated and wanting a different life. He's trying to change his life, but of course, the game is going to always pull him back. The allure of the game. If you haven't never heard Allure by Jay-Z, listen to it. That song seems like it will fully describe Diamond's character to me. And the issue will come in with him getting out of jail and then wanting to take back the reins of his drug empire from his little brother, but I'm betting the little brother ain't gonna be having that. And then with him trying to change and do things differently, they're gonna bump heads. So I'm excited to see this brother duo battle it out on screen, but also have each other's back. Next up on the show is LILI SIMMONS, who plays CLAUD FLYNN, the only daughter to the largest kingpin in Chicago. Astute doesn't begin to describe her. Her intellect is a mixture of Ivy League lecture halls and Chicago street smarts. She is as brilliant as a politician and as blunt as a pipe wrench to the face. CLAUD doesn't need the green light or permission to set things in motion. She is the fire starter and the one person nobody in Chicago should ever count out. In a male-dominated business, CLAUD is determined to carve out her own path, and one that might save her family in the end. I love to see a boss bitch doing the damn thing on these types of shows. You know, we've had Monet, and during the Power series, we had the one female mobster that one season of Power. Love seeing women come in and put their pussy on the table and let these men know, I am here, I am woman, hear me roar. I have seen that Claude will be a love interest for Tommy. So we're going to see how this whole thing plays out. I think based off what I've seen and read thus far, she and Tommy will have chemistry. They will probably mess around. But I think there's going to be jealousy there because she will not be the only woman in Tommy's life. And I think that Tommy will have more feelings for another female character on the show than her. And you know, some jealousy might play a part in that. Her character reminds me a lot of Effie from Power Book 2 Ghost. What I have noticed with reading these synopses of these character breakdowns is that a lot of these characters have a lot of traits and storylines that we have already seen be used in these Power series, and that's the only drawback on Force for me so far. They keep on recycling storylines and personality traits and backstories for a lot of these characters. But let's continue. So the woman in question that I know that Tommy is going to have a lot of feelings for is the character Gloria, who will be played by Gabrielle Ryan. This woman is beautiful. She is a British native and she is absolutely stunning. So Gloria is being described as a razor sharp and stunning former Marine. So she gonna know how to whoop some ass. Carving her own path in Chicago, she's passionate, fiery, and beholden to no man. Out of the small kitchen in the back of her bar, she pumps out Michelin-level Jamaican-inspired dishes. Her clientele is a revolving door of Irish mobsters looking to move in on her real estate. This doesn't stop Gloria's hustle and dream of one day owning her own restaurant and being free from under the watchful eye of the crime family that she's entangled with. A chance encounter with Tommy quickly causes a seismic shift in the lives of those around her that only she can unravel. Now, I like this storyline. I really like this background. I love that she's a cook. I love that she has her own business. She has a Marine background, which means she knows how to protect herself, take care of herself. She won't be some little weak pushover that he needs to come save her. And I like that she is going to be a very strong-willed character. I really cannot wait to see their chemistry on camera. I do know that Gloria is tied to another cast member on this show, so there's going to be another love triangle going on here that is going to be kind of chaotic, especially when we put all the pieces together. Up next is said love interest for Gloria, who is Vic Flynn, played by actor Shane Harper. Now, Vic Flynn is the heir apparent to Chicago's largest crime family, a prince who leads with his heart as much as his fist. Vic resents the fact that his father has mapped out his entire life for him, both in business and in love. Vic can roll with Chicago's wealthiest socialites just as easily as he can get down with Chicago's heaviest dealers. Realizing his father has taken a shine to Tommy, Vic will fight to regain control of his rightful position at any and all costs. Looking to move his family's business forward and bury old beefs, Vic's allegiance to his family is put to the test, and where he comes out on it will impact the entire city of Chicago's power structure. Now, Vic and Gloria's character has been on and off for a few years. I'm thinking that the reason why they've been on and off is because of his family and him not wanting to be probably with a black woman or somebody that is not of Irish descent. And that is part of the reason why he resents his father, because he can't live the life and be with who he wants to be with. And also, Gloria is a strong-willed, independent woman who ain't got time for all the nonsense and doesn't want to be involved in that lifestyle. A thing about his character background that I'm really not feeling is it gives me a lot of traits from Braden, you know, where his family has carved out this life for him that he does not want, which is, like I said, very a la Braden. And then his character traits are very much Kane. Once again, it's just the reversal we saw on Power Book 2 Ghost. Kane does not like Tariq because Tariq, you know, gets close to Monet and they strike up this business partnership and he becomes like her right hand and he does not like that and he becomes jealous and he acts out. Same thing with this Vic character who will have jealousy and envy towards Tommy because Tommy will become close to his father. So once again, like I said, they're recycling storyline and character traits and personality traits that I'm really not feeling. So we'll see what happens with this whole thing. But as you can see, Vic and his sister CLAUD will be tied into this weird quadruple love triangle or square with Tommy and Gloria, because Vic and Gloria have been on and off for years, and Gloria will be messing around with Tommy and Tommy will be messing around with CLAUD. It's just a nasty foursome, child, that I don't want nothing to do with. Ew. Next up is JENARD, played by Chris D. Lofton. We've seen him on a lot of shows. So happy, though, he's gotten this big breakout role. But JENARD Sampson, not a traditional student, but a shining star who was gifted from birth. JENARD was accepted to Brown University within days of his older brother Diamond being sentenced to 15 years. JENARD parked his ambitions of academia and took the reins of one of Chicago's largest crews. Buffeted by the benefits of Diamond being his brother and keeper, he took power of the organization with an unbridled ability of a CEO, along with the wild energy to end anybody that crosses him. So it seems like to me that this character will be somewhat of a loose cannon. Like I said, when his brother Diamond gets out of jail, he will not want to turn over the reins of their crew. It's his now. He will not just easily step aside and let his brother retake control. It also seems to me that he probably will resent his brother for him having to, or him making the decision to take over the crew instead of going off to college. So I can't wait to see what JENARD's character is going to bring to the show. I know that this will be the crew that Tommy ends up running with on the show. So he will, you know, get a new family going on here. So I'm excited to see how this whole thing is going to play out with this brotherly rivalry. Next up, we have J.P. Gibbs, played by actor Anthony FLYNN III. J.P. Gibbs, a gifted jazz musician who toured several continents, developing a rich worldliness that comes through in his swagger and collage of diverse tattoos. J.P. owns and operates a blues club with his ailing father that has been the target of several attacks by local gang members. As rich as JP's life is, he still carries the pain of never having had a mother in his life and having a son he has no relationship with. JP's world is thrown off its axis when he crosses paths with Tommy. I really like this storyline. I can't wait to find out like what's going on, why he doesn't have a relationship with his son. I'm wondering, will Gloria's character have a child? I don't think they'll replace, well, this is Power. I was going to say that'll be very much like Lakeisha. But like I said, you know, they love to redo storylines and story arcs and characters on this show. Then we have Darnell D. McDowell, played by Lucien Cambric. Darnell D. McDowell is a young man who has been raised by the streets of Chicago's South Side, independent, fiercely loyal, and completely unflinching when called upon to represent his crew. D-Mac is still a kid at heart, looking for someone to take care of him. Oh, woo woo woo. After a run-in with Tommy proves to be more than a fluke, D-Mac looks to Tommy as he hits a crossroad in his life that could completely upend his future. Now, this seems like he'll be a character that Tommy will take under his wing, especially since he just lost Lakeisha, and Lakeisha's son, you know, Lakeisha's son is living with his father. So I feel like this will be his way of having that connection again. So I think that Darnell D-Mac's character will become like a son to Tommy, who he'll take under his wing and take into his home maybe, and be a father figure to him. Last but certainly not least is the incomparable actor Tommy Flanagan, who plays Walter Flynn, the head of the Irish crime family in Chicago. Despite living a life of immense prosperity in his castle on the lake, he longs for the way things used to be. Walter believes that without community and family, there is no tradition, and his deeply held code of honor bleeds into every aspect of his life. As he ushered his family into the 21st century, Walter quickly saw the criminal organization he built facing threats he never accounted for. I think I'm going to love him. I need for him to be ruthless. I need to him to be a loving father that has character flaws, though. His children just, love him, but also hate him. Power has a tendency of giving us really good villains and really good antagonists, and then shushing them and rushing them off the show, and everything that they build up end up being for nothing. And they make their characters so weak in the end and do things that they wouldn't have normally done the way that they built their characters up. So I hope that we don't have this with Walter Flynn. I'm really excited about this show now that I have read how everything is being broken down. Which character are you guys most excited about? I'm most excited about J.P. Gibbs, Darnell D-Mac, and Gloria. I'm really excited about those characters. Can't wait for this Sunday's episode. Like I said, I will be doing weekly reviews, so make sure you tune into my channel to get all of the tea. Let's talk down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like, and subscribe. But before you go, make sure you check out one of these dope power reviews that I have on my channel. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.